of watt. And you're not actually looking at the power of the data that comes back to your really good question. And that's the horizon line. I'll rephrase it even, say the finish line. If the finish line is always elusive, we never actually cross the finish line. We never get anywhere. And that's where I believe, as you say, evidence comes into it, data comes into it. And that's what I want. To me, that's the beauty of coast to coast, is we look at it from different positions. We come at things, right, based on our own experience, our own background, our own mindset. But if we're in pursuit of something bigger than us, well, that's the cool thing. Where will that go? Kind of like, I like open lines, right? We get to hear from people who are just like several people we just heard in the last half hour. They are iconoclasts in their own sense. Iconoclastism can be very scary. But thank God we have them, or we'd never think about anything new. And we got a whole other hour thinking new next on Coast to Coast AM. This is Ian Hunter.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Blackouts have become a regular part of life here in California. A loss of power to your home can threaten your health or your safety. A loss of power to your business means loss of revenue. And whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, blackouts are a problem. The solution is Duffy Power. Duffy's stellar reputation comes from keeping Southern California homes and business operations running without interruption 24/7, 365. To protect your home or your business from the next power outage, go to duffypower.com, duffypower.com.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myterm.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
When I moved to LA and I went to the Grove,
Yes.
and I was like, what's with the 18-year-old boys without their tops on? And the music in that place, and no lighting.
Well, on today's Gary and Shannon show, the part of Shannon will be played by my mother. Gary and Shannon, weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI. The problem is, the expectation I have for my governor is that he worries about simple things. There's a couple of very simple things that you can do to keep California great.
You have to walk before you run, Gav.
Gary and Shannon, weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI. Like an awkward 8th grade buggy dance. So I'm trying to send this dancing thing to dance. No, it really happened. You sold out. Look, if somebody asks you to dance, you dance. John and Cat, weekdays 2 to 6 on KFI. I was at a Starbucks, and my sister was calling me, and I looked at it, and I hit ignore, but I didn't realize it. She was also in Starbucks, and just wanted to surprise me. The Taylor Conway Jr. Show. That was a tough one to get out of. Weeknights at 6 on KFI. Perfect for achy, indecisive minds. KFI's cooling info gel quickly relieves ignorance and leaves a minty fresh scent. And KOSTHC2.
Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Response Team. I'm Brian Bruman from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A nonprofit in Santa Ana is riding along with cops on domestic violence calls as part of a unique program in Orange County.
Human Options trains and assists Santa Ana PD in the nuances of relationship violence. CEO Maricela Rios South says, for example, cops might ask what happened and get a minimized response.
He grabbed me by the chest and shoved me backwards.
But when asked to demonstrate what happened,
Victims then began to actually demonstrate visually, he choked me.
she says the number of cases involving strangulation or severe physical violence jumped from 15 to 50% during the pandemic because people were stuck at home together. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
New rules for charitable donations made on behalf of politicians are coming into play in California. State regulators have approved the new rules, which are aimed at making donations more transparent so that wealthy donors can't hide behind anonymous accounts. Under California law, charitable donations of $5,000 or more for elected officials must be disclosed. The Supreme Court says it will not immediately block the new abortion law in Texas, but Aaron Kaczynski says the justices will soon hear the case.
The U.S. Supreme Court agreed to hear arguments on the restrictive Texas abortion law November 1st. It is an accelerated timeline, but it does not, as the Biden administration had hoped, immediately halt the state's ban on abortions after 6 weeks.
The Justice Department says the Texas law is unconstitutional and was designed to evade judicial review since it's enforced by citizens, not the government. A safety warning has been issued for Americans in Haiti.
The U.S. Embassy has put out a new alert to Americans here in the country to avoid all unnecessary travel and also remain vigilant. The gangs here control a large portion, about half of this city.
ABC's Marcus Moore says the gang that's holding the 17 American and Canadian missionaries hostage has also threatened to kill top Haitian officials. U.S. officials have issued new warnings about China's ambitions in artificial intelligence and advanced technology. The Biden administration wants business executives, academics, and local and state governments to know the risks of accepting Chinese investment or expertise in key industries, including the military and healthcare. SoCal weather from KFI, cloudy and foggy with drizzle and a chance of rain, then partly cloudy by the afternoon. Low 60s at the beaches, low 60s to low 70s in metro LA and OC, mid 60s to low 70s in the inland valleys, and high 50s to high 60s in the inland empire. Right now it's 61 degrees in Sherman Oaks, 63 in Culver City, 63 in Brea, and 63 in Irvine. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Berman.
Downtown LA, all lanes shut down both sides of the 101 freeway all weekend long, between the 10 and the 5 until Monday morning around 6 o'clock. Take the 5 or the 110 freeway instead. We had a car fire downtown LA on the northbound side of the 110 around 3rd Street. That's been cleared out of your way there. Full speed traffic you head towards the 101. Lakeview Terrace, more Caltrans work on the eastbound 210 between Osborne and Sunland Boulevards. The 3 right lanes toned up till around 9 o'clock in the morning. Just some minor delays as you head through the closure. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robert Bucky.
Save big. Go solar American style with Semper Solaris. Semper Solaris is your local veteran-owned solar and battery storage contractor. Add Tesla Powerwall and be ready for blackouts. We get the job done with esprit de corps and honor. Semper offers new AC systems with a lifetime warranty and new roofs with a 50-year warranty. We hire vets and give back to the community with our Semper Cares initiative. Go solar and declare your independence. No down, interest, or payments till 2023. Get the federal 26% solar and battery tax credit. $500 downloadable coupon. $500 off for military, first responders, and healthcare workers. Call 877-211-5591. That's 877-211-5591. Or visit SemperSolaris.com. 26% federal tax credit based on eligibility. Consult your tax advisor. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Some restrictions apply. New customers only. Call or see website for details. Expires 11/30/2021. CSW number 97815.
Mark your calendars. Forever 21 is opening a new store at the Shops at Mission Viejo during their grand opening event on Saturday, October 30th. Shop exclusive deals and get a free tote bag. Valid from October 30th while supplies last. Purchases change without notice. See store for details.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and a submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dizana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny. When I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean. And there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiment. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
I heard the Federal Reserve may raise interest rates. Yes, in fact, mortgage rates have already started going up on the rumor.
That's why we just refinanced with Owning. We got a 30-year fixed, 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR.
And we also took thousands out in cash to use for a bunch of other things. Owning made the whole process fast and easy.
Wait up!
Just wait.
I'm going to call Owning and lock in my refi now.
Call Owning at 833-2-OWNING or go to owning.com and lock in a 30-year fixed refi at today's 2.5% rate, 2.731 APR. That's 833-2-OWNING or owning.com.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation in the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Subject to credit approval for qualified borrowers. Call 833-303-4161 for terms and conditions. Equal housing lender.
Call Owning at 833-2-OWNING or log on to owning.com. That's 833-2-OWNING or owning.com.
Good rising.
The Good Risings podcast is a collection of 6 mini shows curated to give you a daily shot of inspiration, motivation, humor, relationship advice, and even astrology. You can choose to listen to one or all of the daily Good Risings offerings available on our feed. It's the perfect daily practice for anyone looking to lead a more intentional, mindful, and inspired life. Listen to the Good Risings podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
American Vision Windows, SoCal's choice for energy-efficient windows and doors. AmericanVisionWindows.com. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk. To talk to Ian Punnett, call the Wildcard line at 818-501-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from east of the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From west of the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. This is Coast to Coast AM with Ian Punnett.
It's a song of contrast. I mean, the lyrics are all about love. It's a love song. But it never sounds like that. I mean, the time of the season we should be playing that song is like Valentine's Day. So you think about the lyrics, but man, that's such a cool Zombies tune. That's such a Zombies thing to do, too, right? Is to write a song which is essentially a boy meets girl kind of a romance homage. And instead, it really sounds like the time of the season perfect for Halloween. So I'm playing it because it's musically appropriate, not because it's lyrically has anything to do with the Halloween other than the name of the band, Zombies. All right, so we'll get back to your open line calls. We'll take us through the rest of this hour. It's been a fun Friday night, hasn't it? Let's keep it that way. Let's roll and stay strong. I wanted to follow up a thought, though, before we did, about our love of rebels. There's this thing that we have in our culture. We love rebels, people who break the rules. And it actually makes the best leaders, people who are always thinking out of the box. But they are always the biggest threat at the same time. So, that's why it's often been said that we like our rebels dead. We much more appreciate it as a kind of clasp in the rearview mirror, not when they're stirring up trouble in life. And I think that's always an interesting thing to keep in mind. But if you're like I am, I think kind of a chaos agent sometimes when it comes to systems, you just kind of live with the pushback you always get. And then I'm counting that 10 years from now, when I'm dead, people say nice things about me. Could be wrong. Maybe you'll only hear about it on this show. On Coast to Coast AM, this is Ian Punnett.
This fall, as you get back into the swing of things, Bespoke Post is here with a new seasonal lineup of must-have Box of Awesome collection. Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and emerging brands to bring you the most unique goods every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From autumn craft beers to cozy threads and camping gear essentials, Box of Awesome has collections for every part of your life. To get started, take the quiz at Box